Alright, what's up guys? It's Dante again, and as you can see I'm standing by the follow spot American DJ FS600 LED. I already did a video of this, but I wanted to show you in live action in our sanctuary so you can kind of get an idea of how big the beam can get, because the beam can get pretty big and there's a lot more space in here than on the previous video, so we'll be able to see a lot. But there's no sunlight. I mean, there is, but it's not going to be a factor. So the previous video already talked about the features, so we're just going to dive in. Bring up our white. As you can see, there's our white. So anyway, if we adjust the focus, as you can see, the light has gotten a lot bigger. And I'll move it again to focus so you can kind of see what I did. So that's where it was before, and pulling it all the way back brings it up. Of course, zoom does that, so it gets even bigger. So it's a massive beam. As you can see, it hits the ceiling here, and this is about, oh, I don't know how many feet we're dealing with here, height-wise. But you're looking at least 100 feet from what I'm understanding. What I remember, it might be more than 100. Definitely at least 100 feet going up. And so you're talking about a pretty high beam, and it's pretty wide too. It's a perfect circle, so the height and the width of a circle are the same here. But as you can see, it's got plenty of room, plenty of punch. And we're gonna go ahead and change colors, so that's red, that's yellow, we got blue, green, orange, purple, or UV. And you know what? I'm inclined to believe that it is ultraviolet. But that remains to be seen. I mean, I'm looking at the white in the light, and the white is popping, like what happens when you deal with ultraviolet lighting. So, you know, but hey, I don't know. And this is warm white. We're gonna go back to white and do some strobing, some pulsating. That's about it, guys. So that's a look at the American DJ follow spot 600 LED. I say follow spot, but it's FS, but that's FS, that's what it means. And as you can see, we could get a pretty big beam, but controlling the iris always brings it down. But yeah, this baby can pack a punch. And really, so if you left it this big and you wanted to narrow down anything, you just narrow down your iris. If you want to center in on something. Otherwise, you got the bad boy sitting here. And then I wanted to go ahead and update you guys with the Gobo slot. Previous video, I was talking about how, you know, American DJ was acting like they didn't know what was going on. And when we purchased these follow spots, there's one here and one all the way across the way right there where my finger is. When we grabbed these two, they both had these in them. And when I called up American DJ, and I said, oh, there's no follow spot. And then of course, when I looked in the manual that came with it, you know, it didn't talk about a Gobo slot. And so I had trouble figuring out, well, what is in this book. But you see here, this was last updated. I can focus here on April 2013. So it had been 2 years since this was last updated with whatever. And shortly after I published my video, American DJ updated the stuff, and then I got some comments about how, oh, it's on the website, man. Did you look? And I did look. But as you can see, the manual that I got was not updated. The manual on the internet was older than this. So I went on the internet, I found the new one, and I printed it out. And as you can see, it is updated April 2015. So clearly, they just recently updated it. So it's not like I was completely out of mind. But it's definitely a Gobo slot. And here, I'll show you the measurements of it. So they finally put it in here. It's a Gobo slot. They call it a Gobo holder. And this is all the information. Gobo size of 27 with the viewing size of 23. So that's your information right there, in case you're interested in knowing what the size is. But I already got a comment on my previous video talking about that. So thanks for the shout out, but they didn't update their information, so I couldn't deal with it. But yeah, that's the Gobo slot. It goes right inside of the slit there, and able to produce your different images and all of that. So we'll probably be using those Gobos, for whatever reason. Church logos, we're church, so some church logos, maybe Bible, name of the church, that generic stuff, whatever. But yeah, this is pretty much a short little update on the follow spot. So thanks for watching. I guess I'll wrap it up. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm only going to mention Twitter because that's the only place that I'm really active on. I'm not really active anywhere else. So Twitter at Dante Writes. You can follow the lighting crew, I should say, Alpha Lighting Crew. They're on Twitter, pretty active on Twitter. We just joined Vine, but Vine is going to be pretty much what YouTube is in terms of just documenting short videos and whatnot. And then of course Facebook, Google Plus, and Instagram. So that's where Alpha Lighting is. So if you want to follow for more videos and more updates on lighting here at Abundant Life, then that is your way to do it. Hashtag Alpha Lighting. All right, let's get that trending. Let's get that moving, and we'll talk soon. So keep shining.